standards, evidenced by the fact that he has earned the FOD PRITA Award, which stands for professionalism, respect, integrity, teamwork, and accountability. Ernest started in Reach 1 in 2009, and he quickly passed the practice tests of social studies, reading, and math. And his writing skills were college level, so he had no problem with the essay portion of that test. But then by the winter of 2010, he was feeling a little less confident and hesitant to continue, and he stepped out for a while. But he came back with that can-do attitude, spring quarter, with determination and confidence to follow through this time. He studied fractions, percents, algebra, geometry really hard, and then scheduled the official GED test in August and passed with flying colors. Not only is Ernest a fine student, but he's also a fine person. While in class, he's been an inspiration to other students, and he made everyone feel like they could do it too. The students who are there now are still asking about you. I'm so pleased to present Ernest with his diploma. He is so deserving of it. Help me thank him and recognize him. Ask Ernest if he wants to say a few words. Would you like to?
You know, the first time I tried this, I went to the library and I got a book for studying it. And it was the size of the phone book in New York City. And I realized right then that it was very difficult for me to define what I needed to study and what I needed to know in order to get this done. And I had kept the book for the full term of my first checkout and another one, and got discouraged because I really could not figure out what it took and had no one to teach me. And when I came to OSU, I heard about the REACH program, and I was a little hesitant and yet intrigued because it was something I really wanted to get done, and went ahead and joined the class. And as soon as I met Mrs. Wookie, I realized that she had a flame in her heart to teach, and that she was going to help me to get through it. And what she did was she helped me to focus in the areas that I needed to put all of my effort into, as well as teaching me enough of the other courses to be able to pass. And as she said, or as it has been said, there were a couple times I stepped back from the program because it is difficult coming into trying to get your GED late in the game and late in age, and it becomes a little bit cumbersome sometimes to study, to put that much effort into something. And I really wasn't sure, for one, if I had a reason to do it or if I really could do it, but she kept convincing me. So I put together a quick little list of thank yous. And let me see if I can find it. The first one of all is OSU for the job that they gave me, for the opportunity to take this class. Second would be my family and my support from them. Couldn't do it without that. I got two friends sitting here at our table, and one of them had been through the course and told me about this plaque. He said, you know, you'll get your name on a plaque. That was a cinch right there. I had to do it. And I went in there and I looked, and there his name was, Michael Hodge, you know, had already graduated the class and gotten through it and made it happen, you know, and each time I'd come away from the class, I'd come and we'd sit at the little table that we have outside our break area. I'd sit with Ward and Mike, you know, and I'd convince them how I'm not going to be able to do this, and they'd convince me how I was going to be able to do it. So I want to thank Ward Stover and Michael Hodge for their support and push to get this completed. My teacher is graceful and supportive, and you can tell that she loves teaching and that she feels the same accomplishment that I feel in having the fact that I'm standing here today. Excuse me. One of the first things I did when I came here was I went down to an area and we did this thing they called the red coat photograph for this big calendar. And right then, when everybody started coming in with their red coats, I realized I was part of something really big. I knew I was anyway, because I've been a Buckeye fan all my life. I was born and raised in Columbus. And I realized that, hey, I'm a part of OSU now. And I also realized that behind each coat was somebody that made a difference here. And so my encouragement to the people in your jobs is this: not necessarily to look at the old coinage of the big picture, but to take what you can do to make a difference in the big picture. Because every job here matters, and everybody that's in their job can make a difference. And as far as the people taking the class, when I went to take the class, I wasn't confident that I could pass. In fact, I was pretty confident that I couldn't. But I chose to take the class anyway, and amazingly got through it the first time. And believe me, that's amazing. So to all you students that are still studying, I want to tell you, you can do this. Don't think you got to learn the whole phone book. Understand what your weaknesses are and make them strengths, and take them out, and go take the class. If you pass 3 out of 5, that's okay, because you don't have to take them again. And you've shown yourself where you need to study and where your strengths need to be focused in order to come back and do it. The guy who came a few points short, you'll do it. You'll make it. Those 4 points, 5 points, whatever, 6 points, you'll get that, because you've got a teacher there that is so solid and so behind you that she's going to help you get through it. This is a wonderful place. OSU is just an amazing place. It's an amazing place to work. You can make a difference in your job. You can make a difference in your education. It's all about what you can do and what you can accomplish, and all you have to do is get that go-get-it attitude. It can be done, because I did it, and I'm telling you, I'm no genius. It's just that I finally picked, at 54 years old, it was time to get it done. To the musician, I want to thank you for being here, because in 1974, I left home, left high school, left the state of Ohio to travel the country and be a musician most of my life. And I guess I chose to have my fun first and work later, so here I am working for the rest of it. Miss Barbara, I can't tell you enough that you were the person that at every turning point when I was going around the corner and saying no thanks, you said, try it, you can do this. And you're the one who truthfully helps every one of these students make it through the class. So I don't want to take up any more time. I just want to say a few things I've heard when I first came here was that you can't make a difference. I disagree. That there's no one here to notice. I disagree. That everything's all messed up and it makes no difference. That you're just here and you're not noticed. I disagree. There are people here that care about what you do, and people here that notice what you do, and people here that are going to see that you make a difference just like everybody else. I don't know when I'm supposed to do this, but this thing's driving me nuts. Is it now? Flip it? Flip it? You got it. God bless you, and everybody, you can do it. You can get this done. Anyone who's in the class, stay in the class till you get through it. Don't give it up. Don't turn your corner. Stay forward and just get the job done, because it's there and you can do it, and it's not that difficult. If you feel that you're ready to try it, go try it. Don't be afraid. And if you don't make it the first time, you will make it, because there's a teacher here that's going to make sure that that happens. I want to thank a couple of people also. Mr. Kenny King, a couple of people that I don't think are here, Don Capps and Tim Link, because they gave Ward Stover and I, who started the same day, the opportunity to adapt our job to fit what we do and what we know, and to be able to make it so that we could reach out into the buildings, which we now feel the caretakers of. And they gave us room to grow and to change things and to make things so that we could make a difference. And I encourage everyone here to know that, for one, you work in the greatest university in the United States, no ifs, ands, or buts, and you can make a difference. Just keep trying, put yourself forward, and do the best you can do with it. Thank you very much.
Uva.